everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. The name is Zizile Mdakane. If it is your first time here, welcome king, welcome queen. If you are a regular, hello mama, hello darling, hello queen, hello king. It is an honor to have you on this channel, and thank you so much for clicking on the video. So let's get the formalities out the way. First things first, do the right thing, like the video and subscribe. Alright guys, so now that the formalities are out of the way and everybody has been greeted and welcomed and you have subscribed and you've liked this video, let us continue with this video of today. Alright, so my previous videos have been me out and about. My most recent one was when I celebrated my girl's birthday when we were out in Zimbabwe, and it was just me and her other friends that were located there. It was one epic time. Today I decided to do a sit-down vlog with you and just, you know, have a bit of a reflective moment and talk about issues that I feel that as a single person, a young single person, a lot of people, both men and female, might have encountered at some point in their lives and are probably going through it or are currently going through it. I know I am, I know I have at some point, but I'm at the point where I have truly accepted and appreciated my singlehood. Now, a bit of background. Growing up, I think I've mentioned in my previous videos that I come from a Christian home and I'm basically a Jesus girl, okay? With that said, I do hang out with a lot of different kind of people because I like to evolve. I like to mingle with people. I don't believe that just because I'm Christian, I should now just isolate myself and be amongst my people. You know, you don't grow in spaces where you're just confined to yourself. Yes, as much as the Bible does say, do not be unequally yoked. I do have my boundaries. I do know how or who I surround I'm very cognizant of that. I'm not justifying, just putting it out there. So with that said, you would find that obviously those kind of backgrounds have obviously exposed me to a lot of things and have made me really aware of what life is. And I've realized that, you know, growing up as a Christian girl, we were never really taught anything else besides growing up to be the best version of a wife. You know, that was the emphasis on being a woman. You know, wake up early, clean early, so that how are you going to be a mother? How are you going to be a wife? When, don't get me wrong, those things were good, but being in a space or being taught that every time really does, you know, program your mind to thinking that, you know what, there's nothing more that a woman can be, there's nothing more that anybody can be besides being good enough for marriage. And we have found that in most cases a lot of people worked so hard to just obtain that in their lives, but you'll find that even when they're now in marriage, they are struggling because there's identity issues, they are feeling a void, they are feeling that there are things or parts of themselves that they cannot understand, or that they cannot, or that they still feel are missing, you know. And as much as everybody's like that, married or not, I have days like that where I feel like that as well. But you like, you know, you get to really sit back and introspect. I'm 29 years old right now. I'm 30, and the Christian society would basically say I'm the perfect age of actually being a wife, or to the extremes, Christian, maybe I'm too late, you know. But according to my standards, I praise the Lord. I praise the Lord because I am well within my time and I am enjoying my singlehood, and I can really honestly say thank you, God, because if I have had accepted certain proposals, I don't think I would be the version of the woman I am today. I don't think I'd be as happy as I am today with myself. I don't think I would have made the mistakes that have made me who I am today. I feel that a huge part of me would have missed out on a huge part of me had I decided to accept certain proposals when the time was not right. You know, that's the thing. I always say that any man can get married, But for the woman, you have the choice. It's not every man that is your husband, okay? You have the choice. And half the time, if the choice, as much as equally we have the choice of choosing each other and deciding, but man, the wrong decisions of a woman lead to lack of love, lack of commitment in something. And when a woman is not committed, when a woman is not in love with something or passionate about something or is not enjoying something anymore, that's it. That's it. So the purpose of my video today is just to simply encourage and to really say it's okay. It's okay to be where you are, whether you're 40, you are 30, you are, I don't know, but it is okay. Marriage is not for everyone. Marriage is not success. It's not something that we can look at and say that if we do not have this, our lives are now, no, it's nothing to do with that. We would rather, let me rephrase that, rather get married when you know that you can have a positive impact in someone's life and you are sure that the other person, being who they are, without changing them, they can also have a positive impact in who you are. And together you guys can evolve, grow each other, and mature together and achieve a lot of greater things together. Now, I do really want to say that in the Christian society, as much as that was so instilled in us, and particularly with the girl child, as much as that was so, that was one of the most emphasized teachings, that grow up, be a wholesome woman to a point where you can man your house, you can have your house together. We were never taught to be go-getters. We were never taught to be a woman who can achieve or who should achieve things. And right now we're finding in most cases that a lot of women are finding themselves in places where they feel like, I wish I had studied, I wish I had done this, there's this thing that I wanted to achieve. But they took decisions in their lives because of what was so instilled in our minds, and also because of what we ultimately believed in, that the true goal of a woman is marriage. We are finding now that a lot of people are lacking in a lot of social skills. They are lacking in a lot of, just those simple things as little as communication, because nothing else was nurtured in your life besides that part of you knowing how to cook, you knowing how to, and I remember growing up, I'll tell you guys a story. Growing up, I remember there was a time where I felt highly depressed because every other woman in church, older woman, mothers rather, looked at me, not even mothers, even some that were my peers, just looked at me as though, she's so pretty, but she don't have a man. She's so pretty, but she's not getting married. Oh, she's so pretty, but her man don't want to marry her, type of thing, and sometimes it's not what people literally say, but you can pick up the vibes. You can see the vibes. You can see what people are saying. And you might be watching this video and say, oh no, that's all in your head. Ciao. When everybody's getting married around your circle, somebody's bound to look at you as though, what is actually wrong, And let me prove this to you. Like, to some degree, this one mother, To some degree, this one mother actually came up to me and said, "Oh no, your friend is getting married. Oh, you know your time will come too. Just keep praying on the Lord, you know." Now, do you understand what this is now saying? This is now saying that my prayers are not too strong, or that God is not hearing me. Eventually, He will get to my prayer, you know, type of thing. And it's not even like that. It was just not my time. And the sooner I understood that these things, they happen with timing. Some things are forced though. Some marriages are forced. And I do not want to lie. I think we can all agree on that. That, you know, the sooner that I accepted that it's just not my time, I started investing in myself. I started, you know, trying a lot of things. I remember it was also a contributing factor to me being a makeup artist, because, you know, there was just so much going on. If next month it's this one getting married, the next month it's this one getting married, and this is not like, this is no shade to anyone, like from the bottom of my heart, and please be open-minded about what I'm saying. But you know, you really do get to that point in your life where you just honestly feel like, okay, if everybody around me is being seen as wifey material, what's wrong with you? You know, and to a point where as the single friend, you start slowly gravitating in people's eyes and in people's opinions to the friend that you're not supposed to stick with, because they will ruin your marriage or they will influence you to something simply because she's single. And I remember we used to laugh about this with my one friend. I remember there was a rumor that actually happened about how I'm actually influencing my friend to something. I'm like, hey, but talk. So a married person and a single person cannot be friends. Zhang, guys, Zhang. Come on, don't be like that. Don't be like that. You know, and this is what I'm saying. Let's see. These kind of things, they end up putting you in a space where you are just finding yourself in a bit of an identity crisis, nyana, because who do you now hang out with when everybody you know is married? You know, who can you honestly hang out with and you know, without any judgment, without anything, you know, and then worst case scenario, when worst case scenario, guys, is when your exes get married. all of them, they get married, and you're that you guys, I'm laughing, but it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny at some point, you know, because you sit down and you're like, and then you look at how you broke up with these people, the things they said to you, this, that, and you know, when you suddenly take some time and you really just look at yourself in the mirror as you do your makeup, you're like, girl, you are gorgeous. You have your flaws, but you are gorgeous. And it's only a matter of time that great things are going to happen to you. And I started changing my perspective, like, God, give me money. Give me businesses. Inspire my mind to be entrepreneurial. Inspire my mind to something other than, you know, what everybody is labeling you, what everybody has to say about me, you know? And it was so because Romans 8:28, everything, you know, works together for the good. And child, everything that was happening around me, you know, at that time, you know, throughout my 20s, has honestly worked for my good, because I can safely say, and I keep on emphasizing that, Djibouti, I'm so happy for the no's that I, you know, said to people. I'm so happy for the proposals that never happened. I'm so happy that I rejected certain proposals. And you know what the funny thing is? The funny thing is that society has standards, ridiculous standards that even they themselves cannot maintain. If society wants or measures a good woman or a good man by the ability of getting married or by being married, then guys, how come society does not also measure people on the success of their marriage? Why? Because marriages are different. Everybody faces different, challenges in life. There is no measure for a successful marriage. Yes, we can take notes, we can do this, but if what's working for you is working for you, it cannot guarantee that it's working for me. So why then do we say that just because you behaved in a certain way and you then got married, I should now also behave in a certain way to get married, and I will get married? Like do you get? And I just believe that certain things that the Christian girl is taught, it really does add to a lot of confusion at a later stage, because nobody comes back to monitor after having said or maybe after having taught those things. We will have church programs that say, hey, being a virtuous wife, we'll have that, and then they'll present it, but there's never ever follow-up programs. If programs were done in a way that, okay, whoever was there maybe registers down their name, and then there's continuous efforts into seeing the whole what I mean, following it up, that okay, fine. But instead we present, and we do not have measures in place to groom each other, to encourage each other more and more and more and more. There's beauty in our singlehood. There is beauty in timing. There's beauty in waiting so that you marry right. But there's beauty in accepting that right now it's not the time. But even so, even if yes, you have found yourself in marriage and you still feel like there are things that they are missing in your life or whatever, nothing beats communicating with your partner and actually conversing, laying out your issues, letting them know that this is how I feel, I would like to achieve certain things, and being a partnership, being a team. I always tell my friends who are in relationships that a relationship is supposed to be a partnership. Y'all should be a team. I got your back, you got my back. If I still feel like I want to study this year and I'm in a marriage, my partner should be able to say, okay, baby, I get this. What can we cut down so that we can have you obtain what you want? Communication is key in everything, and your approach in everything makes a world of a difference, So rounding off, what I am talking about here is marriage is beautiful, and so is singlehood. Singlehood is a huge blessing, and so is marriage. Nothing is greater than the other. If you are fit and mature enough before God's eyes, you will get it, honey. And if God still wants you to achieve certain things in your singlehood, there will be support systems in place, or there will be supportive people or measures that He will put for you to obtain those things. We feel that we cannot achieve certain things if we do not have partners. We feel that we cannot be affording of certain things because we do not have partners. We feel less of ourselves just because we do not have partners, or rather, let me simply put it like this: we feel that success only matters when we have achieved marriage, and that is not the case. So with that said, I just want to say, enjoy your singlehood, enjoy your marriage, enjoy where you are, and everything happens in its time. So if you have liked this video, comment down below, like and share, and definitely subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Bye.